straight from the heart of East Tennessee. This is 10 News at 5.
Well, free Wi-Fi may sound appealing, but how safe is your data when you're using it? Today, we are taking a closer look at Wi-Fi security. Welcome back, everyone. If you are traveling this holiday, odds are you'll be taking at least one of your internet-ready gadgets with you. And while many airports, restaurants, and hotels offer free Wi-Fi, there are some do's and there are some don'ts when it comes to connecting your device to an unfamiliar Wi-Fi hotspot. For more on that, we are joined by Dan Thompson from Claris Networks to fill us in with all this information. It's good to see you, Dan.
Yeah, thank you.
Generally, give us some tips when it comes to free Wi-Fi. What should we be looking out for?
Well, so what I tell people is if you're on a free Wi-Fi, you need to assume that it's not secure at all.
Okay.
So generally speaking, when I'm at a coffee shop, if I actually use their wireless, I'll just like look on WBIR's website for news, or maybe a national news source or something like that. But anything that I have to authenticate to, which means I use a username and password, or if you want to do shopping, if you're thinking about using a credit card, absolutely do not use free Wi-Fi for that.
Okay, because we've learned that some folks can actually set up spots and they look very real, but indeed they're not.
Yeah.
Is that a true threat then?
Yeah, absolutely. So what you're referring to is I can take my laptop and with some minor configuration changes, I can make it look like an access point. So I go down to Starbucks, I configure my wireless card to broadcast, Starbucks wireless.
Mm-hmm.
And to you, the user, it looks like, it's supposed to be there and that it should be free, so you log right on. And by doing that, I, as an attacker, am able to try to massage your data, steal your data, or potentially do things to your computer, which obviously all those scenarios are not what we want.
No, not at all. There are some places then will say, okay, you can pay for Wi-Fi. Does that make it more secure than those
Not
free
necessarily.
hotspots?
Not necessarily.
Okay, that's good to know.
Especially, if they're using like an older key set, like a WEP configuration. Well, that's maybe a little too heady for this discussion, but older wireless keys are just about as bad as using no wireless security at all. So generally speaking, if you're not at home or you haven't brought a device with you, I would just assume that anything that you're doing is not secure and just keep it, above board, just, news sites and, just general blog reading, stuff like that.
Let's break it down. What is secure, what is not? How do you differentiate?
Well, so the only thing that I would consider secure today is a WPA2 connection, which uses AES encryption. So to boil all that down to make it easier to understand, what the encryption does is it takes all your data and it kind of wraps it up, so to speak, and makes it to where anybody who happens to be listening can't tell what it says, what the data is. If you're using an unencrypted connection, it's just going over the air plain text. Anybody that knows what they're doing can see exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
Okay, well, you have brought with you a gadget.
Yes.
That is an alternative. This is something that is going to make sure you're not going to get in trouble, right?
That's
when it comes to free Wi-Fi.
So these little things are called MiFi devices. They've been on the market for quite some time now. And basically what this is it's just an access point that you take with you. It connects to a particular vendor's 4G or 3G networks and provides you internet access. So you would take your laptop, connect your wireless to this device, and then you got internet access from there. And so this is your trusted connection. So you set it up, you know it's secure, and then you take this with you everywhere you go. You don't have to rely on the hotel or coffee shop. You know you've got a good connection there to deal with.
There's always a solution,
that's
isn't
right,
there?
That's right.
All right. Dan Thompson from Claris Networks. We appreciate you as always.
Thank
Thanks
you
so much. Well, today